So at the moment, what the infantry boys are taking them through is close quarters battle, and taking them also through some combat shooting skills as well as they're going through. So like peering around corners and clearing rooms and stuff like that. Well, combat medicine is, as a whole, like across Army and the ADF, it falls into everywhere. So whether you're in the field or whether you're in an urban fighting area, it kind of just falls in everywhere. So for us, it's more about getting the TCCC principles and care under fire principles down pat and making them do their own self-aid, which includes applying tourniquets, and then trying to get themselves into a safe spot, which is generally a room that they've already cleared. TCCC, so like I said before, is Tactical Care of the Combat Casualty. It includes 3 phases. The first phase being care under fire, which is where you apply self-aid and try and get to cover so your mates can keep continuing the fight. And then the next phase is tactical field care. This is a phase where all-round security has been set or protection has been established, particularly in the urban fighting areas. It's more so like protection has been set for the building or in that room. And then the treating member can then start their tactical primary survey, treating essentially from the most risk of or most life-threatening to the person and then working their way down. So we're preparing the recruits for gunshot wounds and blast injuries particularly. We're mainly taking them through now gunshot wounds because it's a quite easy one to do in the training environment, with blast injuries being introduced throughout the training program as well. It's mainly just tourniquet applications and then going from there. It's an incredibly important skill for any soldier to know as they're going back into a war zone, and it will increase their survivability. The other 2 medics that I'm working with at the moment are making it incredibly easy to train and come up with a really good training solution to put across the most important information that we possibly can so these recruits can take back really valuable skills and knowledge to help them survive on the battlefield.
In February of last year, when the war started, well, the full-scale invasion began. That's what made me join the UAF. It was the desire to protect my country, protect the freedom we have and we're able to enjoy so far. And just my family and friends. I wanted to be helpful to the cause, to the good cause of defending all this, what I care and love. My role here, I came as a military interpreter, so I help with the language barrier, obviously. I help instructors get the point across. I help the Ukrainians learn and understand the material in their native language, in the language they can understand. Well, we're working in an urban area, so we were working on clearing buildings, ensuring there's no enemy in there, practicing entering buildings, clearing them, and treating casualties or taking prisoners or helping civilians get out of it. Just things like that, things you can face as you fight for cities, I guess. I think it'll definitely help them in real fight because most of the fights, they occur in like highly populated area with lots of buildings and houses, and it will help them have more experience prior to actually doing it in real life. I'm really grateful to be a part of this and be able to help people learn new things that may save their lives and help others. I think this training will help the recruits be more effective, more efficient in their battles for as they go in battles for cities or villages or other populated areas that we're currently fighting for. And it will give them the set of skills and the mindset and the training they will need to do it effectively.
So we're in the urban operations facility, and the exercise is an urban operations package that we're delivering to the Ukrainian recruits. The purpose of this exercise is to teach the Ukrainian recruits how to both manoeuvre within the urban environment, how to manoeuvre from forest or bush terrain to the urban environment, and just to teach them how to be able to defend and operate within it. Yeah, so occupation, I guess, in regards to this is being able to seize a piece of terrain and then be able to fortify it and conduct your routine and security to be able to defend it, which then leads into the denial, being able to have a routine of patrolling and obstacle construction to make it hard for the enemy to be able to then take that back off you. Also with the development of engagement areas and things like that. Yeah, so the kinds of training we've been doing is movement from the rural to urban environment, movement within the urban environment from building to building, and breaching rooms, room entry, building clearance, and just general patrolling around the urban environment. Well, we've been practicing a lot of different skills that we've been teaching the Ukrainian recruits, but broadly a lot of weapon handling, patrolling skills, general field craft. Within this environment, all the things that I mentioned about urban breaching, patrolling, room entry, small skills like stairway, hallway, yeah, all those sorts of things. Yeah, so the way that we usually do it is we'll break down into our sections because we found that the Ukrainian recruits like interacting and learning from their section commanders. And we'll start off with a demonstration from our demo squad who will go through the process of what we're delivering so they can see it in action. And then we'll break it down slowly with them in groups and kind of get them to go through that and put it into practice, and then we'll just keep drilling it over until they get it perfect. I think all the training that they've been doing combined together will be able to benefit them a lot. We keep on hitting on certain points that keep coming up again through the training, and as we go forward they keep getting better and better at them. So I think if we keep carrying those things through the training continuum and we keep improving them at each point and improving on their skills and their knowledge across all the different types of terrain that they could be fighting in, I think it'll greatly benefit them when they get back to Ukraine. What surprised me the most so far is just how quickly they've been able to pick up urban operations. It's quite a complex thing with many different rabbit holes that you can go down depending on what you're doing, but they seem to be able to pick up everything very fast from our instructors, and they always ask questions that are very relevant and very pointed to improve themselves, to be able to progress them forward and become better soldiers before they move back to Ukraine. Yep, so the doorway drill involves the soldiers getting into stacks within their fire teams, and it involves them providing security to each other while they move across an aperture before they then make entry into that building and neutralising or destroying the threat that's inside. It involves a high degree of communication between the soldiers, and it's a very complex drill, but the Ukrainian soldiers have been picking it up very well. The stairway drill involves, once again, a small group of soldiers providing security to each other while they move up what looks to us simple as a staircase, but becomes very complicated when you think about different directions that threats could be engaging you from while you move up a vulnerable point like that. So it's teaching them how to work together and move up that, provide security to each other constantly, and be able to kill the enemy first. Yep, so right now we're in an urban operations training facility, and we are delivering the urban operations training package to the Ukrainian recruits. The purpose of this exercise is to inoculate the Ukrainian recruits into operating within the urban environment and be able to teach them the basic skills that they need to be able to manoeuvre within the environment and provide security to themselves when they're operating within it.
To help him, and he's going to be looking down that way, so he can protect that corner while he's watching that door. Так, чекай, іди назад вниз. Yes? Открываем вогонь. Пошли.
Граната!
So we're going to patrol that way, and we're going to try and make entrance on one of the buildings at the far end.
Зараз пройдемо через цю посадку.
Contact.
я прикрию, ти передвигайся.
Давайте интенсивнее.
Круг ногою. Прикрить мене. Пустой, давай, меняй. Бой!